Hey everyone, Mr. Happy here, just doing a quick video on an update that's coming in patch 7.16. This wasn't posted anywhere on the Lodestone. I think it was posted on like Facebook and Twitter, so basically social platforms. So if you're somebody who is trying to stay sane in the current time and is just kind of avoiding social platforms, then you wouldn't know this. So I figured it was worth just a quick video with what is happening and what my thoughts are on it. A lot of the stuff I've said and will be regurgitating if you followed all of my chaotic related content when it came out. So 7.16 is going to be coming out. I don't know if there's an update on the Lodestone yet. I'd imagine. I think they said it's on the... I think it's next week. I think it's January 21st. I think they just said January at some point. And the only thing that was really in 7.16 is the final role quest. It's kind of a weird thing to be doing in the first place. But they are actually going to be taking some feedback from the recent chaotic and making a change. Relatively quick turnaround. It just came out December 24th, so it's very rare that we see a feedback-related change occur at that capacity on anything that isn't job changes right at the start of the expansion. There's normally like little things that you can expect to see updates for or feedback-related adjustments quickly. And so I was surprised to see them say that they are going to be making an adjustment. So they're not making the majority of the adjustments that a lot of people have talked about, but they are making one drop-related change to Chaotic. So following the feedback regarding the Cloud of Darkness Chaotic, we'll be adding the ability to exchange several Cloud Dark Demimateria 1 for Cloud Dark Demimateria 2 in hashtag Final Fantasy XIV patch 7.16. We'll be considering further adjustments based on your comments we receive and would appreciate any other feedback you would be willing to share. So, this is a change. It's funny, literally 2 days ago, somebody asked me, do you think they'll add an exchange for Cloud Dark 1s to Cloud Dark 2s? And I was like, I don't think so. They've never really shown the propensity to make that kind of change, and I think that they were just kind of off slightly with how many Cloud Dark 2s are required. Like, it feels like they didn't really factor in first-time bonuses and the limited capacity to which they're available when they made the reward structure. So I said they should probably lower the hair to 25 and make them out 50, and that seems more reasonable. This is the other way of doing that without adjusting the rate on this particular one. They can make the change in the future, and maybe they'll just apply this retroactively if they don't make those changes to future chaotic raids. I'm just kind of surprised to see them doing any amount of feedback-related changes to the drop rates on anything with this quick of a turnaround. I will say this, the lead developer, Mr. Ozma, he's actually fairly consistently on Twitter reading feedback about content that he has particularly worked on. And even amongst the English creators, he very, very frequently goes to Western creator Twitters and sees what they're saying and reading the comment sections under and reading anything that's hashtag Final Fantasy XIV. He basically personally goes through the feedback on socials, which is contrary to what we think a lot of the times. We think that they'll only look at the forums. A lot of people like to make the joke that it's only the JP forums that get noticed, but the lead dev for this has very specifically been looking for feedback on this content. It's new and he wants it to succeed. So this might actually be a result of that, a result of him seeing, oh, there's some like drop rate related stuff. So I mean, I'm not going to say it's all him, but I got to at least give credit to the guy every time a change like this happens this kind of quickly. And it's also nice because one of the main pieces of feedback from Endwalker was that the reward structure wasn't good enough. So seeing adjustments to reward structure when the rewards themselves are pretty good, but the structure of the content in terms of the way the rewards are doled out is still kind of needs to be adjusted. It's just nice to see this. Now, it's far from the only piece of feedback. In fact, I scrolled through these and basically saw a lot of the same feedback points parroted, which is fair because they literally said, would appreciate any other feedback you're willing to share. So of course, everyone's going to take the opportunity seeing that they're actually making a change based on feedback. And it's no doubt that he'll probably read through the comment section of this. And as the lead developer of it, he's definitely one of the people you want to be noticing feedback because he wants to make people doing his content, well, enjoy it better. In terms of drop rates, people want the minion to be exchangeable in some capacity. That's definitely a big one. Another one is the limited time bonus, the one that you get for doing it during certain periods of time when the fight itself is in bonus. It's 8 Demimateria 1s randomly distributed across the 8 people in each alliance. So like one person could theoretically get all 8 and the other 7 people could get nothing. I've seen one person get 5. I've never seen more than that, but I have seen one person get 5 of the 8 bonuses. That's a fair thing. If they want to do like random extra bonus, it should be like minimum 1 or minimum 2 bonus Demi 1s with a chance of getting more per person. I think that would be better, but not out of the chest. It's just like you yourself as an individual should always get at least a certain number of bonus. And then maybe you get lucky and get even more bonus. I think that would be a better system. There's feedback like that. And then there's just feedback related to the fight itself. People asking, of course, you know, to make so the towers aren't such an easy fail condition, especially the second set of towers. Both sets of towers realistically, but the towers themselves being such a massive kind of insta-fail condition for not having it. For those who don't know, the towers, if they're completely empty, are almost always lethal without a tank LB3 or a ton of MIT. If they're missing any number of people, they are not lethal, but they will give 1 vuln stack per person missing. So if a 3-person tower has 1 person in it, it will not be lethal to the group, but it will give 2 vuln stacks instead of 1. So you always want to make sure every tower has at least 1 person if there are people dead to the best of your ability. That's been a major pain point, so a perfectly fair piece of feedback for the group of people that they're trying to get into this content. I saw that feedback under this. I also saw a really logical one. If you die on the west side of the arena, your body should be dropped on the west side of the arena instead of dying on the west side and then your body randomly being placed on the east or west side. That's definitely a piece of feedback that I agree with. But people are taking the opportunity to go through this. I'm sure on Facebook it's very much the same, although I try to avoid Facebook by any means necessary. So I'm not going to go read through that comment section. I'll stick to just one social platform that lowers my mental health and willingness to be social. I can only handle one realistically at a time for the most part. But I wanted to share this. This is something coming up, and I hope that I want them to make a habit of making feedback-related changes across the board more quickly. It feels like too many things in Final Fantasy XIV. It's like the dev team feels like they have to cook on it. Like slow simmer every change. It takes forever for the change to happen. Sometimes we wait an entire expansion because they say that it's just such a large enough scale that it's not really like something they want to do on like a patch. But there are some things that genuinely need to like cook for less time when it comes to feedback. And while this is a really simple one, I would like to see more things like this happen where we retroactively see change that will better the lifespan of content or better the enjoyment of people doing the content or improve the likelihood that people will participate in content. And this with Chaotic, it's very important that they do that because it is a very daunting thing to get people to go into harder 24-man content, even if the clear numbers are doing pretty good considering what the content itself actually is. But anyway, I just wanted to share this, share some quick thoughts on it, let you guys know what was being said in the comment section under it in regards to feedback. Pretty much all things I agree with and have parroted myself. And of course, feel free to leave your comments below. I don't know if he reads my comment sections or anything like that, but we are seeing the devs take a more active role in some capacity of acquiring feedback. Maybe they'll feel a bit safer doing that, knowing full well that they have the backing of their company after the recent changes. So maybe they'll be like, okay, maybe I can show my face and people won't immediately throw me, like throw a billion, like we hate yous for like a change that's unrelated to my job. Hey, I'm the guy who does the inventory. Why can't Vieira wear hats? Literally not my job description. We hate you. Die. Never mind. I'm going to go back into my hole. Feels like that's what happens. I feel like that's what every time they've ever had a guest on a live letter that says like, hey, this is what you can ask me about. There's always someone asking a question completely unrelated and like railing on the person that that's not their job description. So yeah, maybe they'll feel a bit safer about doing that now. So anyway, that's going to be a wrap. Thanks for watching. I'll keep you up to date on everything that is going on with 14, 7.16 notes, all that good stuff. And also I do have more mobile videos coming. I didn't get to cover everything I wanted to cover with 14 mobile when we were getting the footage from it. And there'll probably be another beta test in the next couple of months. There's still like Japan, NA, EU. I'd imagine they'll start rolling those out soon enough. So be on the lookout for that stuff as well as we kind of wait for patch 7.2. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.